I'll tell you what, those mini makeup kits are not as easy as those cutesy ASMR TikTokers make it look. So first I wanted to make a mini concealer, right? The little pipettes that come with these containers are basically useless for anything thicker than water. I learned that the hard way, but you know what, we made it work. Next I moved on to the sprays. Those were definitely easier to fill. I put some setting spray in this one, and I used another one for some of this hand sanitizer spray. Pro tip, these are easier to close if you put the lid back on before you try to snap it back together. Alright, next we've got the little mascara tubes. I wanted to use this for clear brow gel. Again, this was kind of a struggle, but I realized something. Most of these types of products, they have these stoppers at the top, and if you use pliers to take those out, it makes the process so much easier. The mini bottles came with the little stoppers too, so try not to fill it the whole way to the top. I realized the doe foot containers also came with these, so I put one in the concealer that I made earlier. I put setting powder in one of the twist off containers and added this little powder puff to go with it. I also got some of these droppers, but I ran out of room. I always keep the extra white parts whenever I make printable stickers. I at least wanted labels for the sprays because I'm really not trying to be out here spraying hand sanitizer on my face. That would not be good. But after all that, here's how it turned out. Let me know in the comments, what other products should I do? Oh my gosh, this is so wasteful. You'll only be able to use it once before you fill it back up again. Guys, it's supposed to be a touch-up kit. You're not meant to do your whole face with it. Okay, so I had an idea. Maybe fill one of these with micellar water? Because somehow I always get little bits of mascara under my eyes. It's not cute. The only thing was I couldn't get the caps off of the micellar water. I tried a mini one and a big one. I'm not sure if that's a feature or a bug. So honestly, these ones were kind of a pain. But then I thought maybe one of the dropper bottles. You could put this in there with some Q-tips, cotton pads. Honestly, that's probably more sanitary anyway. I tried to make the products in here as versatile as possible. Like this e.l.f. brow gel. Of course you can use it on your brows, but it can also be used as mascara or to tame flyaway hairs. I like putting setting powder on the nose bridge of my sunglasses so they don't mess up my makeup. Not gonna lie, the concealer was a pain in the butt to fill. Of course, that and the setting powder can be used for pimples, under your eyes. Obviously, I'm sure you know how to use concealer. And since I already have the setting powder, I might switch out the spray for something else. I'm obsessed with the hand sanitizer though. Obviously, since we did an Altoids wallet, we're kind of limited for space, but maybe I can make a mini tote bag or something. That might be a fun video. This went terribly wrong. So I tried to make some of that mini makeup, and well, those cutesy ASMR videos made it look a lot easier than it actually was. I made this mini concealer in my last video, and let me tell you, those little eyedroppers that come with these, useless. So I bought a pack of 1 milliliter syringes to try instead. Make sure you get the ones without the needle. These were definitely easier than those droppers I was originally using. Sometimes you can remove the rubber stopper at the top pretty easily, clearly. Look, the hole looked big enough, I don't really know what happened, but for some reason the stopper on the NYX Butter Gloss would not budge. I only filled the mini one halfway because I'm pretty sure it might be empty, or maybe there's just not that much product in there. I don't know. One of the things I really like about Rare Beauty is that their packaging is super accessible, it's easy to open. This one was probably the easiest. You wouldn't know this from my videos because I work very hard to hide it, but my hands, they just do not work the way that they used to. Everyone's always like, oh, why'd you stop making YouTube videos? Oh, that's kind of the reason. But anyways, these mini makeup wipes, also a great option. I also added in some cotton pads, Q-tips, and the little micellar water that we made yesterday. If you made it to the end, let me know what other products I should do. So I just made this mini makeup kit, and it gave me an idea. What if we made a mini spa day kit? Of course we have to start by decorating the tin. I had this scrapbook paper left over from my Dove makeup journal page that I thought might work. Bro, I wish I was one of those people that had time to go to a spa. I mean, I've been to a couple, but I don't know. Letting strangers get all up in your business kind of freaks me out, not gonna lie. I added some of these stickers on top. As always, everything will be linked. I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to arrange everything, so I picked out the ones I wanted and stuck them to some parchment paper so I could see how it would look. Comment down below, what's your favorite spa type thing? It could be something you have to actually go there for, or something you can do at home. I always liked face masks. When I was little, I would just get the chocolate ones because they smelled good. I have no idea what they were supposed to do, but lately I've really been loving the Innisfree Volcanic Clay Mask. That one works really good if you have oily skin. I still thought it was missing something. And also I kind of needed to cover up where I ripped the paper right there. And guys, I struggled with this. I thought maybe a bow, but I thought that looked too busy. So I tried out a couple charm options. I must have rearranged this about 100 times. Eventually I just ended up peeling off the stickers and starting over. And here's how it turned out. If you want to see how I do the inside, make sure to come back for part 2. I got a ton of these mini makeup bottles to put in here. Let me tell you, transferring serum into these bottles was 100 times easier than the concealer. I already decorated the outside in part 1. The inside, honestly it looked better in my head. I found this pink checkered fabric in my mom's craft room, and I wanted to sew a piece of elastic to the top because it's the perfect size for a gua sha tool. Honestly, that's one of those things that I really should do, but I'm lazy and I don't. Okay, I ran out of E6000 glue, so I used two-part epoxy to stick the fabric down, which low-key that was a mistake. I really should have waited for the E6000 to come in the mail, but you know what? It did dry. Definitely soaked through the fabric. This stuff is probably not good for your face, but yeah, moving on. I kept the scraps of tissue paper from when I made the Love Shack fancy DIYs, and I stuck some to a piece of printer paper so it would show up better. Then I traced the templates that I made for the bottom and the sides. I stuck those to the bottom of the tin with more Mod Podge, and it was ready to be filled up. This would honestly be such a cute DIY gift idea. Don't worry, I have an idea for the labels, but that's gonna have to be in part 3. My handwriting sucks, so I wanted to figure out a better way to do the labels on this mini makeup. I absolutely love these Pacifica Beauty serums. The vitamin C serum especially smells amazing, so I thought it would be cute to label these with scratch and sniff stickers. I bought these like 10 years ago for a Wreck This Journal page. Did anyone else have one of these? I still never finished it, and frankly at this point I probably won't, but you know, it was fun. For the mini Mario Badescu spray, I flipped through an old Ulta catalog and found a picture of a Mario Badescu cleanser. Even though it's a different product, the logo was the perfect size, so I cut that out, then stuck some packing tape onto a scrap of parchment paper, put the magazine picture on top, then added another piece of tape to make a DIY sticker. Just make sure to leave a little extra tape around the edges when you cut it out. Next, I did two of my favorite Innisfree products. These actually came in a PR package, and I thought the text on the box looked about the right size. So I cut that out, peeled the cardboard off the back, and it wasn't going to fit just like this, so I ended up cutting the words apart. I did the same thing with the packing tape to turn this into a sticker as well, only this time I glued the words down first. This lip mask smells so good. For this one, I cut apart one of the stickers from that set that we used to decorate the lid. And the last product I included was this e.l.f. cleansing balm. I used these little stamps for this one. Okay, what even is that? My 3rd grade teacher would be horrified. But again, I turned that into a sticker the same way, and here's how everything turned out. Ironically, I wanted something bigger to put my mini makeup in because the little Altoids wallets, they're just not cutting it. So I went to the Coach outlet yesterday, and you cannot tell me that this is not the cutest thing that you've ever seen. I don't normally go for the bags with the logos on them anymore, but I kind of like this one because it's pretty subtle, and it low-key reminds me of the first Coach bag that I ever got in like middle school. I love it. Plus, it was the one that matched this the best. I've been wanting a Rowan satchel forever. As always, I'll have everything linked. I really want to make some bag charms for this, so if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. The only thing I didn't like about this is that this zipper, it's kind of like a struggle to open. Why does this look like a little face? Like this would be the mouth? I don't know. And the last thing I got was this belt. The reason I got this is because look at this. This is like my favorite belt, but it just, I feel like it's gonna break. I do kind of wish that the belt buckle was silver. It's black on the one side and brown on the other. And I'm gonna try to cut this so that it fits my waist and my hips, which I feel like that's probably not gonna happen. I can't get over this. This is so cute. I love her.